What is up, weather enthusiasts? I'm your host, Pat's Path Predictor. Let's get right into the weather. We have a lot going on right now. This severe weather outbreak has fired on all cylinders going forward, and we have a lot to talk about with you tonight. We have a lot of things to go over. We have a lot of severe thunderstorm warnings. We're going to be on live coverage mode for quite a while. But before we do that, let's go ahead and introduce everybody. Tristan, you're first. Tristan, say hello.
Good evening, everybody.
Yeah, we have Ian. Ian, say hello.
Hey, what's good, y'all? Yeah, this is also I'm not to brag, but this is probably going to be the first event where I'm really going to play a big part potentially because
Yeah,
again,
we're
I am
happy to hear
on
you
this.
step up for that.
This is something I'm like severe weather is like the stuff I'm on the most.
That's
Like
good.
I'm on this. I'm on
Yeah.
this. I'm on top of this. This is crazy.
Oh, it's absolutely crazy. Next we have Red Tie. Red Tie, say hello.
Hey guys.
Yep. We have Yoshi. Yoshi, say hello.
Hello.
And we have Brendan, who is out chasing this. Actually, Brendan, say hello.
How's it going, guys?
Yeah. All right. So now that we have our crew here, we're gonna go ahead and get started with this. We're gonna use the radar outlook with this because this is pretty interesting. We have a lot of things that have fired off already from Arkansas all the way up to Nebraska and Iowa. We have a huge line of severe thunderstorm warnings. We have how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 16 severe thunderstorm warnings already, or about 15 or 16 already, and the discrete stuff hasn't even really ramped up just yet. This is absolutely incredible what we are seeing right here. We have severe thunderstorm warnings going on. Tristan, I know you've been monitoring this very closely. I'll let you go ahead and start off with the stuff that's going on. But before we do that, I do want to make a quick note, and I want to preface this, that there are going to be some times where I'm probably not going to be here. Like, I'm probably not going to be on stream. That's because I'm going to get impacted by this tonight, and I might be preparing for it, doing some stuff and all that stuff. So if I step away for a few minutes or for a little bit, I'm going to let these guys take control and keep this stream going. But I do want to give you guys that real quickly since I am preparing for this technically, since I'm right in the middle of it. Also, one quick note, the winds outside right now are absolutely whipping right now. Like, it's to the point where just before I started streaming, we had a huge tree branch fall into my front yard. It's been very crazy altogether over here, so you guys got to stay safe. There's also been a lot of power outages before the severe weather is even hitting, especially in a lot of the St. Louis area. So we're gonna have to watch for that as well. I wanted to preface with all of that because there might be some times where I'm not here, and I'm gonna let the guys take control of the stream, mainly so I can prepare for the severe weather and make sure everything's put up at where I'm at. So I wanted to preface with that. But Tristan, go ahead whenever you're ready.
So right now, here's the synoptic situation. Right now, we have a QLCS complex going through parts of the states of Iowa, Missouri, and northwestern Arkansas. Right now, there are multiple watches in the fence, but I want to take a first look at the satellite. First of all, what a gorgeous bombogenesis that is going on in parts of Kansas. And we're going to highlight some stuff here. Number one, and this is something we may not talk about as much because of severe weather, but we have a bunch of dust storms / fires going on. Reports from Amarillo today had a gust of 83 miles per hour, multiple evacuations and fire warnings issued by the National Weather Service in Norman by itself. I didn't even check other markets at the time, so there might even be even more. The new tornado watch in effect from Mississippi. There is this little area right here. I know there's some confluence in a direction like this. If we take a look at this, there is a supercell already developing. You do not see it on screen?
No, I do not.
Why does it do that? Hold on, is it
Give it
doing
a second.
something?
Yeah, and yeah. In the meantime, though, I am gonna take a quick look at some other
Oh,
stuff.
you gotta change. You gotta change the windows. That's my fault.
Okay.
Can y'all see it now?
Let me
You
take.
can just do your entire
Yep, we
like
can.
screen. You have the option to do that.
We got it.
Which
Yeah,
option
those are
is
Supercell.
that? This is the
Just
first
You,
time
you
I'm
have to
doing
like
that.
you have to you
so-
would have to like stop screen sharing and then you click over one of the screens and you can do screen 1, screen 2, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever screen
Okay,
it's on.
then we'll go.
I'll go ahead and
Then
show radar
I'll
while
just
we're
set screens at the
dealing with
beginning.
that.
So here is the setup we have right now. Here's your bombogenesis. We're gonna highlight this in navy blue. Here is the QLCS complex. Kind of like in a comma, right? That's what generally
Yep.
happens with bombogenesis QLCS events. It kind of looks like a comma.
Mm-hmm.
So and then we have the confluence bands going on in the south. That little other black circle I highlighted in Louisiana. That is the first maturing discrete supercell of the event that is going for mergers, and that
Louisiana?
one,
In Louisiana?
Yeah.
in Louisiana going towards Mississippi. Yes,
Oh
There's
yeah, I
another
see it
one.
on
There's a
radar.
original,
second
the
one that
original
looks-
showers are located northeast of Alexandria.
There's another one too. There's two of
There's
them.
another one firing.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Just
one
in the
near
north-
So
Harrisonburg
this is the setup.
and Jonesville, and another one right near Alexandria.
So let's change the screen now. Let's go
My bad.
back to the original. Now that we got a decent picture here, snipping tool, get out of here, please. Thank you.
Like it's in a prime environment too.
It is in the pretty part environment. So this is what's going on right here. First of all, the tornado watch it's pretty much a PDS watch. Besides 10% off the significant tornadoes.
Just to be clear, it's not a
Um,
PDS watch, but it's very close to that. I just want to make that clear for
It's as
everyone.
close,
Who
it's
So-
as close to a PDS watch as you can get.
yeah,
I would treat it like a PDS.
still
then if
treat it
it's
like
so
it, but
close.
it's not officially
Yes.
designated at that as that. I just
It
want
is
to
not
make that
officially
clear.
designated. We got new severe thunderstorm warnings in effect now. And one of them is for Columbia. And I believe that is, correct me if I'm wrong, is that in very eastern Missouri?
Columbia?
Well, this is central Missouri.
No, Columbia's in
Columbia,
central
Missouri.
Missouri.
Okay. So we got a new severe thunderstorm warning here. I just want to pause it real quick. I think Mbot's going crazy.
Everything is going
Nice.
crazy.
So
Yeah.
this is for 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. The hail so far has not been the biggest thing today, which,
That's
it's kind of
yeah.
common when you have these types of little interesting mesoscales.
I think
70-mile-per-hour winds,
yeah.
quarter-size hail.
I think the
Okay.
hail's going to be a greater threat once the discrete stuff starts firing up and taking control right now, because this stuff's mainly moving like northeast generally, and the discrete stuff's going to start firing further to the south. And I think once that takes over, we're going to see a larger hail threat with this.
Yes, but we want to look at Des Moines real quick. Even though the storms are not as severe, it's kind of widespread. Wow, look at all that in Des Moines. They have a severe thunderstorm watch. It's next to a PDS. Again, these watches are basically the highest you can go in wind magnitude without saying PDS.
Sure.
So this is going to be a very interesting. So far, I've been seeing only a lot of 60 mile per hour. I haven't been
Yeah.
seeing higher. But that might be because
Not
let
on
me
me
check
now.
the line.
I think it's at school. So go ahead, Tristan. My bad.
Yeah, the rotation in Louisiana is starting to strengthen in like the
Okay, we'll get to that in a minute.
We'll get to that in a second. I want to cover the main
Yeah,
line
I'm
first.
just
since that's
I'm
the
just
most
on
imminent
top
threat.
of that. I'm just on top of that.
But we already have a hooker. Give me a second.
Hook
Near
echo.
Crane. That looks like a semi-discreet trying to take action there. We'll watch it very carefully. Let's go to Louisiana, where it's not mature yet. It needs a little bit more time.
I'm seeing, looking on velocity, it's started to rotate just a little bit more.
It's a little
Let's see
hard for
this.
me to see.
Oh, I can see it. I can see it.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
This thing-
now I can.
this thing, I'm gonna say it. This thing is going to produce something significant. I'm just gonna say it.
We'll monitor it.
Potentially,
It's in a prime
remember-
environment, but it depends. It's right now. It looks like it's more of a multicellular complex, but this does have a shot at being supercellular right here. It has a good chance of that.
Yeah,
Yes, especially.
I'm gonna
with
stay
the
on top
wind.
of this, and
You
I'll
stay
give
on
you
top
any
of it.
I'm gonna stay on top of it and let you know if it goes tornado warn, and if it does, we're gonna
All right.
keep an eye on it.
Thank you very much.
It's very interesting to note how the attitude quickly changed in the South. Because originally we were thinking part of the QLCS complex will go through there. There might be a warm sector problem, etc., etc. And then I remember Brendan and I were talking about how the shortwave would prevent a lot of that morning convection. The warm sector would come back. Then the wind disappeared. Part of the wind risk disappeared from the south, and then the tornadoes started creeping down to the south. So it's been a very interesting and dynamic evolution of model data.
It absolutely has.
And it's been very interesting. Now, and I need to say this very carefully. If today doesn't do anything, tomorrow will be hell. It doesn't matter at this point. And in a way, I'm going to say this now. If you are in any of these risks for the next 2 days, you need to be very weather aware. You need to have your phones alerted, have emergency alerts on, so you could get those warnings, including PDS severe thunderstorm warnings if it happens, tornado warnings, flash flood warnings.
Yes.
So make sure you're very alerted right now. Have a NOAA weather radio. And if you ever need actual coverage of what's going on, Pat Predictor Channel and the team are here.
Yep.
Likely for a decent amount of the night.
And I
yeah,
also
for
again
sure.
yeah.
Go ahead.
And again, I do want to mention this again. I've said this multiple times. I know I sound like a broken record, and you're probably gonna get sick of me here talking about this, but I need to mention this. Just because I'm gonna say this very slowly, just because you are not in the highest threat does not mean you're not gonna get it like significant tornadoes. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but that's still a possibility. And Pat mentioned this. He actually mentioned me saying on this on his video earlier
Yes, I
today.
did.
Just because you are not in the greatest threat does not mean you can't get a significant tornado. Look back to March 3rd, 2020, March 14th, 2024. Those were not very high risk days or very like big days if it seemed like.
Yeah.
But then again, in the 2020 situation, we saw an EF3 tornado cause like 1.6 billion dollars in damage in
Tennessee,
Nashville.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
In Nashville, and then there was an EF4 in Cookeville that killed almost 20 people.
Yeah, that
so
was pretty
again,
bad.
and as for 2024, there was 2 EF3 tornadoes and 3 people died in a trailer park in Ohio.
Yep.
So yeah. So again, so basically what I'm trying to say is just
be prepared.
Don't let your guard down. Even if you're not in the highest threat, don't let your guard down because this is a very serious situation.
Absolutely. Kind of ironic this is happening on the 1-year anniversary of the severe weather you just mentioned, Ian.
Yeah,
March 14th,
it is.
the day that crabs fries, Pie Day. This is literally
Pie Day.
happening on the same day.
Crabs fried. Crabs like to fry tornadoes, it seems.
It's apparently so, yes. But all jokes aside,
Yeah.
we got some interesting stuff. Tristan, your IM bot is exploding right now. Is there any more severe thunderstorm warnings?
It's not just severe thunderstorm warnings. I've been paying attention to the ridiculous situation going on in Norman, Oklahoma. With all the fire alerts and the evacuations going on. By the way, if I had all and let's look at satellite real quick. In terms of this system, I would ridiculously need NWS offices from here all the way to here. I wonder how many inbound notifications I would get in this whole country.
Quite a bit, but right now,
ridiculous.
quite a bit. But that's going to be interesting how this pans out. But I've just
Oh
been
my
on
god,
radar
I need to
stuff.
read this. 1 mile east southeast of Fredericktown in Madison County, Missouri. Emergency manager reports a non-thunderstorm wind gust that blew a building's roof off.
Wait, Madison County, Missouri. That's not too far from me.
A thunderstorm
an
wind
hour and a half.
non-thunderstorm wind damage. There was a building roof blown off. Gradient winds are doing this.
Yeah, this isn't the severe stuff. Even the winds where I'm at are pretty crazy. They knocked over a big branch in my front yard. That's how strong
and
they are.
and you know the worst part about this, Pat?
Yeah.
We also consider something else. Whatever power lines or whatever falls, we do got to consider something else. these same areas getting severe weather are still getting somewhat of a fire risk. So
Yeah,
that could pose fire risk as well.
absolutely. Absolutely. And that's something we'll need to watch, especially today with how that LLJ is going to kick in tonight. But, oh, anyway. So I've been watching this complex move through, and like I've said previously, it doesn't look like too much discrete stuff is fired off right away. But I will mention this too. There was some non-severe stuff that fired off earlier in the morning in parts of Missouri and Kansas. It dissipated relatively quickly. It did cause some cloud cover across a lot of the state of Missouri, but that's not doing anything. And considering how explosive of a start this outbreak has gone, like in some ways it may have helped the environment at least to some extent because you had a little bit of cloud cover. The clouds that I noticed back where I'm at were generally like very high elevation, like extreme, like almost like cirrus clouds, except they're completely widespread. So that's the kind of stuff we were watching, and I was wondering. I was like, yeah, this is probably not going to do very much. I know there were some people in Storms United who were talking about it, hoping that it would slow down things, but slow down severe weather, but it's clearly not doing that at all.
The SPC actually mentioned that it might have actually briefly helped the area moisten a little
Oh,
more.
absolutely it
Help
did.
these storms
It
fire.
saturated, it briefly saturated the atmosphere.
Yeah, sometimes people forget that you don't need the best moisture at first. It could be a few storms that fire off and moisten the boundary for you.
Yeah, that's for
Sometimes.
sure.
And it's very interesting to note this evolution. It looks like it should be a line, but when you look at the radar, those are all supercells. Just look how sheared those tops are. You
Wait,
know
these are all
what?
supercells?
Look at the way they look. I don't think that's a line completely.
Oh,
Oh
some,
Like
no.
look at the
especially
way
on the
it's
southern side,
arching.
they're not.
Yeah. You know what? I got something really incredible here. The echo tops. How tall are these storms? Let's get some data on that. This area right here is 39,000 feet, 38,000, another
One
38,000.
second, guys.
Go up to the north here. We got a 35,000 here. Let's get another radar. So that's still 34. That's 36,000 feet.
I just want
Um,
to quickly just briefly update you on that potential forming supercell in Louisiana.
Yeah,
The
go for it.
rotation has gotten ever so slightly stronger.
I'll take a quick look at it.
Like it's
the
not a
high.
huge
Go
difference,
ahead.
but like I just thought it would. I just thought it was worth mentioning.
Definitely
The
developing,
highest
that's for
cloud
sure.
top. The
Yeah,
highest cloud top to 42,000 feet is actually in Nebraska.
Nebraska.
That's
Wow.
interesting. You know what?
Yeah, it is interesting.
Let's see
Yeah, it
here.
looks like
Radar.
Omaha. Looks like in the Omaha WFO.
Yeah, let's see. Oh my God, Mbot, you are having a we like the party moment. A new severe thunderstorm warning. NFH reports are gently and Worth counties in Missouri. Train spotter reports 2 miles west of Adams in Story County, Iowa, of 1 inch hail, quarter size. I feel like this is going to be a ding where, and this is where I get really concerned.
Hmm.
I do feel like that people are going to see this and be like, it's not going to do much. And then the low level jet hits, and then suddenly everything just breaks loose.
The fact that this is just slowly starting to tap into the moderate risk to some extent should also be concerning. The fact that we had 70-mile-per-hour winds just firing right off the bat in like the marginal and slight should tell you just how good this environment is for
Oh,
development.
they haven't even stepped into the moderate. They're
No,
still in the enhanced.
no. Once you're east of Columbia, you're in the moderate.
Let me see, because I might be wrong here.
Wait,
I make
I'm
mistakes.
taking a quick look
Let's
too.
see this.
Oh, never mind.
Um, yeah, it
Columbia
was just
is in the
enhanced. They
moderate.
barely are entering. Yeah, they're barely entering.
This
It's the
environment
same.
is primed.
It is very The storms want sunshine and rainbows. The people get nothing good.
Yep.
Parts of St. Louis is above 2,000 joules per kilogram in parts of Missouri and St. Louis.
Already?
Yes.
That's not good.
3,000 from 2 weather balloons shot up from St. Louis. Already 2 weather balloons got 3,000 joules per kilogram.
Does anyone have those soundings? I want to take a look at those.
I will show
likewise.
you. I got it
That's
from.
actually
I got it
overperforming.
from.
What, Brendan?
No, I was saying I'd be curious to know too. Sounds like it's overperforming.
I got it.
Yeah. If anyone has those, put them in live no mic, because I need to take a look at those, because that might depend on what happens when I get hit.
You know what? I think I got it. Oh yeah, I forgot. Give me a second. We can
I put it in.
Oh, wow.
The
Hold
live
on.
stream
Sorry.
stage
Peter Moss just
chat.
donated $20 to the stream. Can't stress this enough. If you are not an experienced chaser, do not chase on Saturday in Dixie Alley. These intense to
Yes.
violent tornadoes, EF3 plus, will be moving extremely fast and are likely to be rain wrapped as well. Absolutely. Thank you very much for that, Peter. We appreciate that. And thank you for the $20 dono. We really appreciate that. And we really appreciate any other support you guys have given the Pat's Path Predictor channel, whether it's liking, subscribing, donating, becoming a member, all of that stuff. We really appreciate that. Once again, Peter, thank you for the $20 donation. So, yeah, sorry to cut you guys off. I just wanted to stress that very importantly. And I wanted to talk to Brendan for a second. And Brendan, I know you've done this before. I would be extremely careful, even today, where you're heading off to in Litchfield, I believe. Brendan?
Yeah, we're currently. Yeah. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yep, we can hear you.
Good. So right now, currently on I-55, mile marker 123, just passing through Lincoln. Going to be stopping at Springfield to pick up a couple things, and then we're heading off to Litchfield, which from Springfield, for folks that don't know, it's about a 25-minute drive there from Springfield to Litchfield.
Yep.
But yes, so the current plan of attack, I mean, to your point, we're going to be playing it conservative with this chase today. We're not going to be doing anything crazy. We're going to be east of the Mississippi River Valley in a pretty good, favorable terrain, relatively flat right near Litchfield and Taylorsville. And we're pretty much just going to sit tight, wait for those storms to pass across the Mississippi, and then we'll pick a target and go from there. But I know there's quite a few folks, we were talking about it before the stream started, that are chasing the Missouri threat right now. We've opted not to do that because I know my limits. And with that chase, yes, it has a better environment, technically, but even though it has a better environment for discrete supercells, you have to pick one. If you don't pick the right one, you're going to lose it because these things are moving at 60, 70 miles an hour. And by that point, you're chasing behind it across the Mississippi River. That's a very dangerous situation. So we're going to be playing it more conservatively. And to Pat's point, just for some background for the stream, I am a degreed meteorologist. I know my limits. This is something that I plan in advance to do. I scoped out this terrain. I'm familiar with this area. That being said, if you're not from the area, you don't have chasing experience, do not come down here. There's likely going to be chaser convergence right near the 15% SIG, and there's a lot of folks that don't know what they're doing. They're going to be crossing a river valley with a lot of trees, very hard to see, but we will be providing live video coverage tonight. These storms are expected to arrive probably right around 8, 9 o'clock Central Time, maybe towards about 9:30.
Yeah.
And these are going to be pretty QLCS based, but the plan is to get right near the moisture nose, right near that nose where that cape is ultimately going to shape up by the time we get to 9 p.m. Get that nocturnal boundary layer to set in. And that's going to put us right near South Central Illinois, just outside the St. Louis metro. And that's where we think the best shot at some of these embedded supercell tornado are going to be. It's going to be within that line as it crosses through the Mississippi later on tonight. And like I said, we'll have footage for you later on this evening once that makes its way through.
All right. Thank you very much, Brendan. What's the conditions like where you're at right now?
Yeah, so while I'm driving southbound on 55, the north-south interstate, the winds, like you talked about, are just unbelievable. We're seeing gusts. I mean, my car's blowing around just heading southbound. And even off towards my south and east across much of the corn crop, you do see a lot of farmers that have done some tilling right before planting. And that's resulting in a lot of blowing dust. And so it's not really abundant to where it's reducing visibility on I-55, but you certainly do see it off in the distance, about a mile or two away from where I'm at. So it's very windy. And I got to say, Pat, and to the rest of the stream here, the last time I remember strong winds at the surface like this, especially coming out of the south, was March 31st, 2023. We all know what happened in that day, and I'm certainly not comparing it, but from a personal point of view, that's the last time I've seen wind strong like this. We're talking right now about 40, 45 sustained, and I would say at the moment we're gusting close to 60 down here just south of Lincoln.
Wow, that's interesting, and that's even before the storm hits. And we also know that a lot of people have lost power before this severe weather has gotten there, which is even more concerning. I just heard a pretty big wind gust hit my house, so I'm gonna have to also be careful about this too. So hopefully we'll have some more people come on the stream tonight, because there's gonna be a good possibility where I'm gonna have to step away to take care of some stuff, depending on what my parents need me to do in terms of helping them with prep with stuff, with getting cars ready and all that stuff. So there's a decent chance I may do that, but ultimately, if that doesn't happen, I'm gonna thank my lucky stars, and I'll continue covering this. So, oh boy, thank you very much, Brendan. Let's go ahead. Who wanted to go?
Just to talk about power outages. There's this thing called poweroutage.us. It's a very cool thing to look at. Already 92,000 people have lost power in Texas due to these fire warnings and the dust and everything and the very heavy winds. We have 76,000 out in Oklahoma. Now we have up to 24,000 in Kansas, and then in Missouri we have 33,000 out of power. So that just shows you we're not even into the strongest part of the storm, and we're already seeing these totals with power outages. So just stay safe.
We definitely will. Oh boy.
Got a very interesting situation here, and I don't know if Brendan is available right now, because Brendan, I wanted to ask you something, because I looked at the dew points here, because the dew points are telling an interesting story compared to what we're trying to look for. Because I've been seeing a lot of dew points in Missouri and Illinois that are still only around the 40s. In some places, is actually only 32 dew points. And I wonder if that's just because it's early in the event, or because the moisture evacuation did somewhat get blocked off by that short wave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a great question, and I'm going to pretty much rely on most of you for the obs out towards Missouri to answer that question. But, from what I saw prior to coming out here, remember the low-level jet's not going to kick in for a while, probably another few hours or so.
Yeah, it's not going to.
And that's going to provide enough forcing. It's going to provide enough forcing right out ahead to really recover some of these dew points. Now, what is interesting is that if we think back, and really before I answer this question, I have a question for y'all. Looking at Illinois ops and Missouri, I'm talking St. Louis, Springfield, anywhere in that area, are we observing dew points in the 40s or the 50s?
I actually got some really good data here.
Go ahead,
the
Tristan.
dew point in Yes.
Go for it.
The dew points around St. Louis are only 34, 36, and 37.
What about South Central Missouri?
In the 50s.
South Central in the 40s. Now, once you get to that little tail that gets next to Tennessee, that there is a few dew points of 54.
There's also a lot of dew points that are 52, 50, 50, 50 across the Ozark Plateau as well.
I do, if I'm not mistaken, I was presuming that the dew points would be a little bit higher at 5 o'clock, and they're not. They're actually quite low.
Well, in Madison County, for example, Brendan, you know where that's at. We're at 45 for a dew point.
And climbing, probably, right?
Yeah, and climb, potentially, yeah. There's a
Okay.
little bit of a dry
I mean,
area, but still.
I still, and that's why I asked. I mean, ultimately, regardless of how it shapes out here this afternoon, which is, I think, a little bit lower than what the model confidence was showing or the guidance was showing, I still think with that low-level jet going off like a shotgun nocturnally, that's going to help it really start to ramp up at least the dew points to where it needs to be, right in that 50 sweet spot.
Yep.
Really, ideally, I'd like it to be 55 if possible.
Yeah.
So, but I think that still is going to happen. You have a really strong synoptic system here, Tristan, that as it continues to progress eastward and northeast, that trough, and it continues to progress, it is going to essentially help to ramp up that low-level jet downstream of what is this pseudo dry line, right? So I'm not too concerned, but I ultimately think that low-level jet coming in right around 8, 9 o'clock, that's really going to help a lot of these storms downstream.
Oh, absolutely. Anyway, someone was asking about Jonesboro and the stuff that's going on. There's nothing really forming near that region over there right now. We'll keep you updated on that as the night goes on. The main show is about, let me take a quick look at this. It's about 170 miles to the west of you. So that's where we're at right now. We're still going to have stuff developing and all that. We'll keep you updated for those tuning in Jonesboro. We got another question in the chat as well. I want to quickly take a look at about Eastern Tennessee. We'll have to see how it pans out. We're looking at a possible MCS. A possible MCS over there. We'll talk more about that in a bit. I just want to mainly cover the main stuff, which is going on right now. Asking for her future cast for Jonesboro. I don't typically like doing this, predominantly because every convection's already going off at this current point, but because you requested it, I'll go ahead and show it. I'll go ahead and use the most frequent one, which is the 22Z. Actually, no, it's not even out yet. 21Z would probably be better. Okay. 21Z her wants... Oh, okay. I forgot to move this over here. My apologies. 21Z her has convection firing up almost right as the LLJ starts kicking in is when the discrete stuff starts developing in Arkansas, guys. That's pretty interesting. Jonesboro, it looks like you might get some stuff around 9 o'clock at night, but the main stuff won't get there till overnight. But Brendan, you called it. Once that LLJ kicks in, Arkansas, Texas, Louisiana, and Southern Missouri go alight with supercells. I am very concerned about this right here. But yeah, Brendan,
Yeah,
you're
and
right.
I'm going to just add to that too. I mean, that's going to be the ultimate catalyst. Otherwise, I think this chase is done, and I'm turning around at that point.
Yeah.
It's ultimately the low-level jet. It's the whole reason why I'm positioning in where I'm positioning, and of course other factors as well. But the one thing that I really wanted to bring home is that storm mode is also critical here, right?
Yeah.
This is not going to be. As a matter of fact, as we've kind of kicked off, I think Tristan did a great job, and Ian did a great job at setting this up. We're not talking about discrete supercells, for most of this event. As a matter of fact, it's going to be in the very beginning across Missouri as that southwesterly
Brendan,
flow.
I'm sorry
and
to
even
interrupt. We have a
south-southwest-
tornado warning in effect for areas in around Springfield, Missouri. Tornado warning
Okay,
in
go for it.
effect for eastern Greene County and southwestern Missouri. A severe thunderstorm
Oh,
capable
that's
of producing a tornado is located over Battlefield, moving northeast at 50 miles per hour. Hazard:
a nice
tornado and
book.
ping pong ball sized hail. If you are in this tornado warning, seek shelter immediately. This environment is no joke. The shear, especially the lower levels, is really good for development. We'll have to see how it pans out, taking a quick look at velocity. There's definitely some rotation with this. We'll continue to keep you updated. Brendan, please continue. My apologies.
Yeah, this is a nice
Yeah,
book.
no, that was right on schedule, Pat. that was great because look, we're seeing these storms in real time as that low-level jet begins to really ramp up. Again, as that trough moves through, now we're starting to see those storms starting to feed on that essentially what we call these storm relative inflow, right? That lower level that helps to provide fearing. And so we're starting to see that right now with some of these storms getting tornado warned. And really, this is one of the first ones across Missouri today. It certainly will not be the last because these winds will only get stronger. This will rapidly deteriorate the environment here over the next couple of hours. So, again, if you're watching this stream and you are east or downstream of Springfield, I'm talking to you folks in the St. Louis metro, even on both the Illinois and the Missouri side. You want to make sure to stay tuned to this live stream throughout the night. Be sure to share it with folks and get this out there, because ultimately we want to make sure that people get the word ahead of time. That's why we're here, and that's why a lot of other streamers are doing a very similar thing tonight. So, yeah, Pat, I mean, speaking of rotation, here we go.
Yep, for sure. The
All
first
right, real
tornado
quick,
warning of the
Before we
day.
continue, I do want to do a thing we like to do. Who's in and who's out? Let's zoom in here. If you're in Turner's, Mumford, Oak Grove Heights, southeast of the actual St. Louis metro, Galloway, Guy, Expansion, Stratford, Fairgrove. If you're in any of these places, you need to take shelter now.
Yep.
Move to the lowest floor in the interior room, away from windows, no mobile homes or vehicles.
Yeah. For sure. Okay, someone in chat was asking about the environment over Jonesboro, Arkansas. I know there's a lot of concern for that area as well. What we are seeing right now as the night evolves is generally what we're looking at Cape values cracking 2,000 across much of Arkansas, but it is still relatively capped, at least until the LLJ kicks in. Once the LLJ kicks in, those cells should have no trouble getting through that. Okay, show chat. Oh, David.
Hey, Pat.
Hey, David. You're welcome to the stream. Things are getting pretty chaotic right now.
I'm literally bored. I mean, I just
David, we
there's
have a
not
tornado
much.
warning right now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, we might be seeing 2 or 3 tornadoes develop southwest of that tornado warning. There are
Oh, I
3
see several
supercells.
supercells with the hook
Oh
shape.
wow.
There
Oh.
are several supercells on that southern area, and that's why the tornado watch was pretty concerning here. And I want to ask Brendan this, because at first I pointed out the moisture, and then I realized something. This is not your classic, you're going to get a bunch of moisture. This is a cold core setup, so people might be confused over this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great question. Yes, we're not. This is what we would call even a high cape or a high shear, low cape environment, right? We're in March. We don't typically even get a lot of energy or even a lot of moisture for that matter. And actually, what helped to lower these dew points leading up to today was that system that really helped to shunt moisture in the Gulf that crossed through places like Alabama and Mississippi earlier this week. That actually helped to shunt much of the moisture and give not a lot of opportunity for us to get into those, high 60 dew points or even mid 60s. We're really going to be talking about 50s. And so what that means for tornadoes is that we're not expecting these scraping tornadoes to form like we would expect to see tomorrow, but rather these are going to be more elevated because at the boundary layer, right between the surface and just slightly above the surface, it's pretty dry when you take account your temperature and your dew point. So these, are going to be, I would argue, if you're chasing the discrete cells or you're in that area, it's a little bit more visible. But, especially when we get into the nighttime, nocturnal, hard to see it. And it certainly will be hard to see it tomorrow for folks out there in Bama, Mississippi, because a lot of those tornadoes, as Pat called out, are going to be brain wrapped. So, no, you don't need really moist dew points. And to your point, we have really cold temperatures aloft. That's causing a lot of baroclitic instability. And that in of itself is enough forcing to negate these lower dew points and really produce the storms we're seeing right now.
Absolutely. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning just south of that tornado warning. Golf ball sized hail is possible with this. Radar indicated. This is the first time we've seen hail larger than an inch and a half so far. David, please go ahead.
Yeah, hail size on that, by the way, is 2.4 inches on a hail marker. Also,
wait, where'd you get that? I want to take a look at that.
That is on my GR2 analysis. There's a hail marker on that.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
That's escalating.
Also,
go ahead.
Also, I would keep an eye on southeastern Texas. There is convective development starting to begin down there near Tyler, Texas, based on current satellite observations. So I would keep an eye on that area.
Yeah, we will, and that's an area of concern I have too, especially later tonight when the LLJ kicks in, and then they start to head toward those cells start heading towards Arkansas. We were talking about that earlier, actually. Thank you for bringing that up. Go. You have anything else?
Brendan, I
Um,
go ahead.
We have a new severe thunderstorm warning in Stone County that just popped up. So we are getting a ton of intense convection. In fact, there is one storm that has 70 decibels on it. That's a Highlandville. Yeah, the one that has a 2-inch hail marker on it. That has a big time hail on it.
70.5. Yes, I can see. Yep,
Take a
70.5.
quick look at that. I'm just refreshing radar scope. Oh yeah. Yep, I see it. I see it. We just got it. It just issued. Yeah, those are some pretty significant hail cores with this. This is escalating real quickly.
A lot of hail reports, though, down there in Bentonville, Arkansas, though. A lot of hail reports coming in.
Wow.
Oh wow.
It's very interesting to see because Pat and Brendan, I remember we were talking about how there are chances for the South to overperform, and then you models kept showing this somewhat of a complex. We didn't know what type. We didn't know it was coming from the northern mode. We didn't know it was coming from the western mode, but some type of complex. I'm curious to see your thoughts on that possibility because we were not expecting Texas to try to a night either. Like this is kind of a little interesting
Yeah,
how the
I've
whole
looked
thing
at
is
it.
playing out.
This definitely looks like an overperformance right now compared to even the moderate risk. We're seeing an overperformance. And what I would say is wait for the LOJ to kick in and then figure it out from there. Because right now it's a little uncertain. Yes, there is some cloud cover starting to fire up in parts of Texas. I'm watching that very closely. I'm going to check to see if I can. Yeah, there's really nothing in terms of precip, but clouds are definitely starting to fire up. I'll have to see if it's those classic turkey towers or not. But ultimately,
Yeah, 100%.
yeah, ultimately, we are. This is a very serious situation. I think this has a possibility to overperform based on these early projections right now. We are already seeing semi-discrete stuff all over the place right now.
I also want to make a huge update in Western Kansas. There might be a Sting jet that is encroaching on the backside that is bringing down with it 80-mile-an-hour wind gusts out of the northwest.
That's really enhancing your shear right there.
Oh yeah, 100.
That is enhancing your shear. That is very problematic.
We do got some good news though. The cells that tried to mature earlier, it looks like the cap is holding on a little bit in the south. It might take a little longer, which is always a good thing.
That's good news for now, but the problem is what happens when the LLJ kicks in.
Boy.
Yes, of course. But for now, these showers will still be watched though, because showers don't normally get punished by capping.
Yeah.
So they might be able to wait until it, and then it goes up here. Let's see this.
Yep.
We have a strong supercell rapidly organizing near Shell Knob. Strong rotation on that.
Shell Knob, where's that at?
Where's it at?
That is literally the southernmost severe thunderstorm warning in Missouri.
Oh, Shell Knob. Okay, that helps. Thank you. I'll take a quick gander at it. Oh, yeah.
Decent rotation on it.
What's it called again? SELIGMAN. Is that it?
No, Shell Knob. KNOB.
Oh, Shell
Oh,
Knob.
okay.
Yeah, I see it. Yep, I see it.
That is
Shell
a
Knob.
organizing
Oh, yeah,
supercell
that's
right
your
there.
classic hook shape right there. Not too far away from Springfield.
Yep.
Oh, that's near Table Rock Lake. That's interesting. I hope those guys over there are paying close attention to this. This is close to Branson.
Oh gosh, that's ingesting some good inflow on it.
Woo!
Yeah.
And
yeah, 100%.
and that's a big concern because we don't have the best moisture. The Lolo Jet hasn't even started his real parade yet, and we're getting hooked.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The northern end of that line, though, in northern Missouri, is just like it washed out. It's not even there.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, it looks like it my guess is, I'm gonna check real quickly on the cap, see if it's still there. Either
So
because
far,
there's no
instability is
way that instability is
underperforming.
gone already. Yeah, it's not
Yep.
okay. Yeah, it's not as present. Yeah, there's a pretty strong cap over there. Instability's come down a bit, but ultimately that I think that's more of a capping issue and less of a it's running out of instability issue up there, especially around Kirksville and those areas. That is actually
Yeah.
pretty concerning for me because what that's telling me is it looks like the discrete stuff's going to take over, and I do not like the sound of that.
Yeah, no,
Oh yeah, I
instability.
don't like the sound of that either.
Yeah, Yoshi, were you going to say something? Go for it.
Yeah, instability so far has been underperforming pretty well, actually. Surface Cape, as an example. If we look at the simulated HRRR sounding,
Mhm.
we look at 0 hour, sorry, with 38.76 latitude, negative 90.44 longitude, around the St. Louis area, I think.
All right.
Yeah.
HRRR reads 269 surface cape. But
I thought
looking
the
at
thing is harsher. I'm
mesoanalysis,
sorry.
looking at SPC mesoanalysis, we've been seeing something closer to 150 so far.
Interesting.
Oh
SPC.
I mean, well, we've been seeing a lot of underperformance at Cape, but we have another thunderstorm wind report. Apartment buildings lost their roofs at the Guthrie Center, time estimated by radar, near the Guthrie Center in Guthrie County in Iowa. So even if the dew points in the Cape is not doing well, the forcing is just letting these winds roar and do damage
Yeah.
anyway.
I think
It
this
is
is.
still a very dangerous situation.
I think this is going to be a scenario where even though you don't have a lot of cape, the shear is going to absolutely make up for it, and it already is starting to with the more discrete stuff. Go for it.
Yeah.
Gosh, we have 22 severe thunderstorm warnings, and most of them are in Iowa. Boy, Iowa's lighting up a fire right now.
Oh yeah, they're being bombarded by severe thunderstorm warnings from Des Moines all the way
And
to.
Pat, if I could,
Yeah, go ahead, Brendan.
I'm sorry to cut you off, Pat.
Don't
I
worry
was just
about
going to say, just from observing right now, just a quick update, just outside Springfield, near heading towards Jacksonville, Illinois, on I-72, and it's really clouded over. Definitely got some high stratus.
Yeah.
But yeah, really, really clouded up here in the last 20, 30
You're in
minutes.
Springfield?
Yeah,
Do you
he's
see any rotation?
Illinois, Springfield, Illinois, not Missouri.
Sad.
Yeah, that's
Wait,
not
are you
good
storm
news.
chasing? Wait, is he storm chasing right now?
Yeah, he's going to Litchfield
Yes.
to do it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's staying.
Yeah,
as
I'm
far
staying on
away
the
from this-
I'm staying on the Illinois side.
Yeah.
No worries.
Yeah, it's definitely
Train
clouded
spotter
over.
reported
But,
a gust of 64 miles per hour.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that.
That is in Warren County, Iowa.
Yeah, there's. I also
sorry
noticed
if
there
I'm
were some
dirty.
gravity waves, especially over southern Missouri as well. I'm noticing some gravity waves on satellite. If you guys are taking a closer look, on
I do see that.
that's going to be interesting to see how it pans out. But because I know gravity waves.
By the way, Elon wants to come up.
What?
Eli wants to come up.
Yeah, I'll let him in. I'll let him in.
Okay, just
Thanks
I was
for
just letting
that.
you know.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. But yeah, we have some gravity waves going on. That could definitely be leading to a little bit of forcing with that. That's not unheard of. I know the Parkersburg tornado of 2008 was predominantly caused by gravity wave forcing. So
Yeah.
that's
And if the chaos couldn't get any worse, Pat, a new fire warning by the National Weather Service in Norman, Western Dewey and northwestern cluster counties.
Of course.
At 6:06 p.m., two very large and dangerous wildfires are located near Cambrio and Lady, moving rapidly east at 3 to 5 miles per hour.
Yeah.
There are 9 fire weather warnings at the moment.
Yeah.
That's absurd.
If I shall say
Uh-oh.
something,
Go ahead.
I got this sounding from the mesoanalysis. The southern mode that they extended the not the enhanced,
The moderate.
I can't even think now. Moderate, yeah. They are they're performing easily with the North having 6 supercellular composite with really 0 lapse rates, with the South having 17 over 6 supercellular composite with 7.5 uh, lap lap ra- lap
Lapse
rates.
rates, yeah.
But the North is it's not underperforming. It's just the beginning. The HRRR, you can even go on the HRRR. They're showing that the dew points are supposed to be carried up,
Oh,
not at this direct time. They're saying at least 2 hours from now.
Oh,
I was just
yeah, I
about to
see
bring that up
that.
because you
Yeah,
guys
Okay.
were
that
wondering
explains,
about that.
Brendan. In case you were wondering, while you're chasing, expect a about 20 degree increase in dew point temperatures by 9 o'clock tonight in St.
Yeah.
Louis.
Yeah.
And
As
Also-
I'm not
and
surprised by that.
in northern. Oh, you can go.
sorry, we might have a strong tornado developing. Oh my gosh!
Where
Cape,
at?
look at the
Oh,
look at the
boy.
velocity
Oh,
on
boy.
Cape. Look at the velocity on Cape Fair right now. That and Titan in my live stream warned me about that storm. The rotation has quickly escalated on that storm.
I'm looking for it. Where is
It's
Where is
Cape.
it?
geez.
Oh,
It's Cape Fair, northwest of Kimberling City.
oh, I see it. Oh, that's a
Oh,
pretty.
Yeah,
That's a
we'll,
comp-
we'll
no.
highlight it on
That
Doppler.
is
We'll
a
highlight it on
no,
Doppler
no.
radar. Let's get the drawing in here. Got my Doppler radar up here.
Okay, ladies and
Here
gentlemen.
is here is the
God.
outflow here, and here is the inflow. This is the cell that is David is talking about. Let's check the velocity real quick. Does
Yep.
it match? That might be a scan off. Give me a second.
I'm gonna check.
There
Yeah.
is a good RFD on that. Good RFD, good inflow on
Hold
that.
on, let me see if I can look at some cameras here. If there's any cameras around here, like
That's a good idea.
go
You know
take a
what?
quick-
That's long as they're not
Gun
copyrighted.
This is
tornado
rural
happening
Missouri,
off
but go
of
for it.
this is why.
let's see here. Where's this at? Springfield, Stratford.
This is near Kimberling City.
Wow, CC inflow is insane on that.
Near what?
Near
Near
Kimberlin
Kimberling
City.
City. Tristan's stream has it on. Okay.
And that
Right.
has 1.2 inch hail on it.
Oof. Yeah, they're
If
probably
I
going to wait for
can-
another scan and then maybe issue a possible tornado warning on this.
All right, so
If I can
Kimberling
say
City
one,
traffic cameras.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
there's one thing that I'm looking at right now. There's on the sounding from northern Louisiana, there is this at least 20-degree spread of dew points and high temperatures.
Okay.
82
Yeah.
degrees compared to 67-degree dew points. That's a wide spread from how good instability is south than from north.
Yeah,
If that gives you a comparison.
for sure.
And if I take
Oh,
one from
God.
the north, if I take one from the
this-
north in southern Missouri,
Whoa.
the spread is
Hold on, time out.
spread is
Hold on.
10,
What's going
not
on?
even as much.
I'm trying to see if this. Oh, never mind. I thought. Oh my God, is that what I? Hold on, give
What
me
are you
one
looking
second.
at?
Let me show this to you. I think I
Tristan-
see a tornado. I'm not
On
100%
cameras?
sure though. Yeah, on the cameras, but I'm not 100% sure. I can't really tell because it's
that
kind
might
of
be-
light, but
we'll
it's
have to
like
see if
not dark.
We'll have to see. Yeah, if I will
Is
Oh,
say,
lit-
gosh, that's supercell. That's supercell.
Oh,
That is.
I think I have another possible supercell trying to form a tornado. It's near Cape Fair and Reed Spring, Missouri.
yeah,
You can clearly see the
that's
hook.
the one we're looking at.
It did just have a donut, like in the hook. There was a donut. If anybody knows what that means,
Yeah,
it just means like there's
yeah.
a
There's.
clear slot where
Oh
possibly
yeah,
the tornado
I
could
see it.
be.
Yep, it's
And
Yeah,
towards Reed
Kimberly
if you
Spring.
Cell is
go
dying.
back,
Let's look.
if you go back a couple of scans, if you go past signature,
It's still there,
yeah.
but We're not sure. Compared
Yeah,
to
definitely.
it's still there, but okay, it's this
It
velocity is a bit
might be
further to the
occluding.
south of that echo right there. So we'll have to see what happens with that. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
It might have been. It might be
There's
occluding.
so
We'll
many.
see.
yeah,
There's just
1.5
so
inch hail
many
on that
little
though.
notches.
not good.
Oh yeah.
So
We just got some news from Springfield here. One of the supercells now has a 2-inch hail confirmed, and the moment that happened, multiple hail reports are coming in. 1.25. There's a
Oh god.
1.75. Amateur radio and law enforcement. So
Ooh,
clearly, there's some hail falling
Oh
in
boy.
around Christian County in Missouri. The warning includes Christian, Douglas, Greene, Stone, Westboro, and Wright counties in Missouri.
that is not
I
optimal.
also.
Yep.
I
Hey guys,
also
real
want
quick, not
to.
to interject, just want to let y'all know. I'm gonna be cutting away for a bit.
That's
I gotta
fine.
get situated. So I'll
Take
be
care of
about 10
yourself.
minutes. I'll let you know, Pat.
All right.
And then hey Pat, just for the stream, I will be having a live feed going, so
Okay.
feel free to pan in at any time.
All right.
So
We appreciate it. Thank you.
yep, of course.
All right. We'll see you there. All right. Yeah, Brendan's gonna be stepping away for a second, but David, go for it.
We have 80 wind reports so far and 27 hail reports.
Oh boy.
Confirmed by the SPC.
New
Yes.
severe thunderstorm warning with 70-mile-per-hour winds observed. Boone, Gruntley, Hamilton, Hardland, Jasper, Marshall, Polk, and Story counties in Iowa. This is the area where it's been overperforming with part of damaging wind. And now they got a 70. A bunch of damaging wind, severe thunderstorm warnings around here. Which one is it? Let's see if I can
These-
We even
find
got one with the tornado possible tag on it too.
Where at?
Webster, Dallas, and Laclede, Missouri.
Okay.
70-mile-an-hour wind gusts, and ping pong ball size hail. What was that?
Oh, yep.
Nothing I
Tornado
need to
possible
worry about.
tag on it. Yeah, I see it. I think that's
Yep.
because it's moving out of the tornado warned. That's the same cell. It's moving out of the tornado warned. So yeah. Right now, I'm thinking the main threat's not going to be until after 8 p.m. because that's when the LLJ kicks in. And I think right now what we're seeing is just mainly the start of the squall line that's becoming more semi-discrete. But once that LLJ kicks in, oh boy, according to some of the runs, it's going to get pretty interesting. So, yeah.
And that's why the moderate for tornadoes is for a specific location east of this line and not right now.
Wow. Okay, new wind damage report came in out of Rolla, Missouri. We have many oak trees down, building damage, including gutters forcibly ripped off of homes. Flying debris is occurring out of Rolla, St. James. Non-thunderstorm wind damage.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
We have another thunderstorm wind damage, non-thunderstorm wind damage in Kirkwood, in St. Louis County, Missouri, of a large tree uprooted.
Oh no.
Jeez.
So this is what
If I shall say
you're not in
something-
the line, even if you're not in the line, gradient winds are going to be horrible.
Yeah.
We've seen that all night tonight.
Yeah. I'm gonna go use.
If I
I'll be
shall
right back. I gotta
say-
do something real quickly. So I'm gonna keep the radar on the screen and I'll be back in a second. Go. You guys do what you need to do.
No
New
worries.
report from Christian County, Missouri, from amateur radio, another 1-inch hailstone with high winds and heavy rain around the Forest Heights subdivision east of Netza. So these are clearly interesting storms. So this is going to be one of those events where people are going to have to be very patient with this because this is not going to be your insta. Oh, you're going to get severe weather right off the bat. The gradient winds in the line are enough right now, but once we get that low level jet and we get the moisture, not only will this line likely do. And because of the structure of the line, could do a very big overperformance.
Yeah.
The southern mode might also be able to finally break its cap and be able to produce more supercells. Also, one more thing, and David, you've been talking about the wildfire. We just got another fire warning. There's Stillwater, Oklahoma.
Golly.
Yeah. This is for Highway 51 between Lark, Carl Blackwell, and Stillwater, and the west side of Stillwater. So that is a new fire weather warning. David, earlier today, my friend and I were on, and this is important because their NOAA weather radio never stopped doing alerts, and it wasn't for anything but wildfires in Norman. It just kept going and going and going and going. So those wildfire alerts are coming out pretty fast, and I think it's going to get worse when the low-level jet hits. I really do think so. So since we don't have any new developments on the radar, David, if you want to really quickly revisit our fire risk because it is a very significant event, you could go ahead and do that.
Well, I'm showing on my stream all the fires that are breaking out on satellite. Man, this is
Would you like me to unshare mine and you share yours real quick?
Oh, on Discord, sure, I guess I can. Let's see.
There you go. So that hopefully everyone can see.
Yeah.
And now all of us can see so we can tell the story here.
Yeah, these
Look
are
at
all
that.
the fires.
That's dust and wildfires. Wow.
Look, but we have.
Go ahead, David.
Yeah, look at the northwestern side, though. Look at all that dust coming out of the northwest. Look at that. Look at that curly Q. Look at that curly Q. That, you know what? This is like the Dust Bowl. This is the Dust Bowl outbreak.
Oh. What did they call that? What did they call it? What did they call it in the Southwest? There's a name for those systems.
A boob.
Yes.
Yeah, these storms right here, look at this. These are going to pop off. These are going to become severe within the next hour. Right in here. These line of storms. That right there. Look at that boundary. Once that boundary and this air mass meet, you can see the edge of this dry line where all this dust is. You can literally see.
If
Oh, it's going to. Models indicate that it's going to happen. We got dew points. We got dew points out ahead of that cloud cover in the mid 60s, and behind it, we got dew points in the low to mid 20s.
Oh my god, there's so many wind reports. It's not even funny. My inbox just keeps lighting up.
if I shall say something, Panic of the Woods in Ohio, it just started like seriously like getting gusts of wind, but it just started, and how problematic this is that we already have at least 1,000 customers out of power, and it probably started an hour ago. Seriously, like gusting, and this thing
I'm muted. I'm an idiot.
Mostly in populated cities like Cincinnati, Columbus, and Cleveland.
Also,
Cleveland has already 3. Yeah.
I was an idiot. I muted my mic.
So the supercell southwest of Spokane in Missouri has 72 decibels on it.
Wait, Spokane, Missouri. I'm looking at it.
Yeah, like big time hail on that.
Is that south? Oh yeah, Spokane. Oh yeah, I see it on radar scope. Yep.
Yeah, 2-inch hail on that storm right now.
Yeah, that's very problematic. Ooh, yeah, 2-inch hail. This is damage threat considerable. Law enforcement report up to golf ball size hail. Once we get more into eastern Missouri, that's when I think you're going to start seeing baseball-sized hail.
Reports.
I hope John gets here soon.
We got storm initiation taking place in Texas. Rapid storm initiation.
Where at, David? Do you have a radar? You have our radar coverage? I'm looking for it.
Based on per meso analysis,
Oh,
convective trends.
that'll be
Yep,
very problematic.
yep. Near
I
Buffalo, we have a
have
storm developing right now. We have storms rapidly initiating.
uh uh if I shall say something,
HRRR is looking pretty good with
these
Sigtor.
the storms that are currently firing up in Texas, do have they do have dew points. They do have most things. The thing that is lacking is Cape. If they do make it out, I wouldn't be surprised. They do have enough shear, and the
Sigtor.
No, where
phenomenal
the
with at least 10 in the joules.
Okay, this is interesting.
Higher
I'm
even.
taking a look at something right here. Sigtor parameter, her Sigtor parameter really is more concentrated into Arkansas now and southern Missouri.
That's what I've been saying. That southern area, southeastern Missouri, southern into Arkansas. Also, right out ahead of that line that is beginning to develop in the Palestine, Texas area,
Yeah.
where that Cape values downstream of that are around 1,500 to 2,000 joules per kilogram. And there is no convective inhibition at all downstream of those storms.
I'm taking a quick look at the satellite very quickly.
It's very interesting because that one supercell that tried to form earlier did not plan out. I wonder if it just formed a little too early and we were still waiting for some cap
My
to
guess is
go
the
along.
capping is still pretty strong down in Louisiana.
Yeah, which is I wonder why they issued the tornado
Actually,
watch so early.
What's up?
The weird thing is, Louisiana has most of the like good ingredients, but they're having a capping in place. But if you go up north in Missouri, there's not much capping, but there's not much instability. So Louisiana, it's like a flip flop. Louisiana has the more good instability and but it's a capping. But up north, there's not much, but there's no capping.
Yeah, what I will say about Missouri though is Missouri has a
Up
lot
north would
more
be
shear
good.
because of the jet, and it's one of those scenarios where the jet can
Yeah.
overcome the limited cape. And I mean, it already in some places has. It's looking really discreet, more and more discreet, mind you, across parts of the southern Missouri right here. And we're even starting to see cells firing up more in Arkansas now. Are you guys seeing this? We're looking at a multicellular situation happening near Ponca and Harrison, Arkansas, just south of the Missouri-Arkansas border.
Yeah, I see it. A lot of lightning on that. That lightning activity has increased on that.
Ooh, that's a problem.
And,
I'm waiting to see lightning increasement over Buffalo, Texas, Centerville, Texas, Fairfield, where that dry line is. There is some reflectivity return, so that's going to be the area that's going to have some storms quickly. Which, by the way, some of you in my live stream are asking who is talking. So I'll tell you the names. Wobble Tricks, Eli, that's a young person that is talking sometimes. Then we have Ian. Then who is that person here with the L? Okay.
That's
Oh,
Tristan.
Lava Command. Okay. Red Tie is here. Pat's Path, of course, you know him.
Yep.
So
Hi, David Stream.
Yeah. So I got a little bored, me just doing my own talk, and I'm like, I want to see if Pat is doing anything in his server. So I joined your part. So wait, there's some entertainment because I might take my break here really soon because I've been streaming since 10 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, we started streaming about a little over an hour ago because as soon as we started seeing stuff fire off. So, yeah. Oh, we got some more severe thunderstorm warnings.
my Mbot just lit up.
Yep.
Oh, we got a very scary report from Christian County.
Oh.
Huge hail backed by strong winds destroyed a window. public report.
what?
Where is this?
This is in Ozark in Christian County, Missouri. I hope that person's okay.
Ooh,
That's glass.
yeah.
We got multiple non-thunderstorm wind gusts. I want to read them all because this is kind of ridiculous. A
You do that,
utility
but I'm
pole
gonna
was
take a look at some of
snapped.
the severe thunderstorm warnings as well while you're doing that,
Yep.
just on my own
A
time.
utility pole was snapped by non-thunderstorm winds 3 miles
Dang.
northwest of Salisbury in Middle County, Illinois,
I'm gonna see if
and
Dang.
Oakford.
What did
and
I
Middle
miss, by the
County.
way?
what?
A park pavilion collapsed due to non-thunderstorm winds. We got multiple wind gusts between 51 and 54 miles per hour. Multiple nuzzle nets. We got another report in Farmington, which is Fulton County, Illinois. A tree was leaning on power lines. That's a fire risk.
Ooh.
Oh, shoot.
There was a power
Oh.
pole snapped and lines down, resulting in road closure due to non-thunderstorm winds in Mason County, Illinois. So even if you're not getting the line, these non-thunderstorm winds have been absolutely damaging.
Also, I want to make a huge update. I got informed in my chat on my stream, and also I'm seeing it too. Very, 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 and I do not like using these words. Perhaps a intense to violent supercell is developing in Diggins right now. In very large supercell, increasing inflow out ahead of that. Nice RFD surge on the backside of that.
New
That
tornado
is-
warning in effect.
yeah.
This new tornado
Oh.
warning
We got a new
Where?
in Missouri. This is right next to Fordland.
That's problematic.
It's a supercell that is completely in front of the line. Like it managed to get itself in front
It's
of the
discreet.
hole.
It's discreet. It's that same supercell
That's-
David was talking about.
That's the one. That's exactly the one. That's gonna be an intense tornado. Nice, good inflow on that storm right now.
For sure.
Nice, good inflow.
Oh, look at the
And not
velocity
only-
spread on it.
no.
Look at the
Not
velocity
only
spread
that,
on
but
it.
we
Whoa.
got even more thunderstorm wind damage. There was a barn missing its roof in Prairie City in Jasper County, Iowa. We got a wind gust of 70 miles an hour and large branches down in Sac City, which is Sac County,
Yeah.
Iowa.
Velocity's pretty broad, but we're looking at 61 to 62 on both sides, but still it's very broad and it needs to tighten up pretty quickly. But let me take a look at the last few scans on this.
It's going to.
Oh,
That's
it really
beautiful
tightened up.
RFD.
It's really tightening up.
Yep, I've told you that RFD surge. That RFD surge on the backside is wrapping in the up
Yep.
front side of that inflow.
That rear flank.
That thing-
downdraft. Yep.
Storm weather spotter reports almost 90 miles per hour
For
wind
where?
gusts from
Where
non-situated
Oh.
storm. Wow.
Okay.
Near
Where?
Hold on. Hold on. It is Grand Junction, Colorado. Hold on. What?
Whoa.
saw-
I was
that.
talking about it earlier. I was seeing really bad wind speeds in Colorado. I talked about that earlier.
Let me see this. I gotta
That just
see
all of
this.
a sudden popped up on my Iron bot.
Crap.
Oh my god, the
That's
power
we.
outages.
I do not see that report yet. Interesting.
But yeah, David, you were right on the money. That supercell you were talking about, it's fully broken off. It's fully discrete now. Okay, we got a new scan in. Let's take a look at the velocity. Yeah, definitely. Okay, never mind. That's gonna take a second.
Look at that hook. Look at how far out that hook goes.
It's over
Oh,
Diggins right now.
Whoa.
If you are in Diggins
Yeah.
and anywhere in this tornado warning, seek shelter immediately. Yeah, tornado and golf ball sized hail is with this. Flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. This might be the start of it, ladies and gentlemen. This might be the start of it. Right here.
Hey,
We
can I
also-
say something?
Oh,
I
What's
do
up,
want
is
Jay?
to.
that John? Hey, John.
Hey guys, really quick. So a lot of people are in the threat for severe weather. If you don't have to be out and about tonight, please do not be out and about. Please stay home.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
What's up, John?
Hey, what's up, David?
Yeah,
Strong supercell over Diggins right now, John.
near Springfield.
Possibly a tornado. Oh my gosh, this one is That
That return,
rotation.
that reflectivity return is pretty impressive. But yeah, John, let's just say things are going to be interesting in the next couple of hours, especially as this heads further east.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
I've been watching that low level jet too. That could increase as well as this moves farther east.
Yeah, the LOJ.
Northeast of Higgins, there is a not the tightest rotation in the world, but that's concerning that that's getting
Anyways, I'm
together.
kind of still at work at the time being, so I just
Sure.
thought I'd hop on really quick and give my input.
The gradient, the velocity's definitely tightened up quite a bit, actually. At least north of Diggins. I want to check the reflectivity.
Look at my wind vector analysis on my screen, Pat.
Let me take.
That's
a quick
what I'm.
gander at
That's
it.
what I'm showing.
Let's see, Discord. Oh yeah, yep, I'm seeing it too. Very problematic. Oof. We'll have to see what happens with that one, but that definitely looks like a tornado candidate. It's going through some pretty good shear as well, especially on the lower level.
Yep.
Wow.
Even though the
A lot of
velocity
hail
did
reports
tighten
coming in
up,
though.
even if the velocity did
What
tighten
state is
up,
being discussed? We're near Springfield, Missouri.
I do believe that this will originally, because of the way the hook sort of dragged, the very bottom part dragged a little bit down south. I do, and with the core getting better, I think originally this will be a hail producer. But with the way this is in front of the line, it could easily go tornadic at any moment. So yes,
Absolutely.
please take shelter. Lowest level in the starting room, away from windows, no mobile homes or vehicles.
Yeah.
Okay, so we
Oh.
just got another. Hold on, sorry. We just got another non-thunderstorm wind damage report out of Springdale, Arkansas. This is a long-formed report, so listen carefully. Report of a couple of power lines down. Some tin roofing was also severely torn off. This damage was produced by non-thunderstorm winds estimated to be around 60 miles an hour. Information was relayed by the broadcast media.
Wow.
It doesn't take thunderstorm winds so far today. It's really been the bombogenesis itself causing so much winds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just taking a quick gander.
3-inch hail on that supercell now.
3-inch hail?
3-inch hail marker on that supercell right now.
Oh, crap. Well, there's your baseball-sized hail, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, gosh.
John, I wish he was still here right now because I would have said something to him that only he would understand.
76 decibels on this supercell right now.
David, not only did the hail get bigger, that hook suddenly went from a hail producing hook to more of the classic. It's trying to get inflow in. I'm seeing that little hook.
Okay, yeah, I see
Look
it. Yeah, for me it's
This
74.
is a decent supercell.
Yeah, it's
Okay, I want to make a
but
I wanted to make a quick announcement to my viewers that are watching this stream from our end over here.
Sure.
If you're downstream of this storm, Grove Spring, Missouri, right now, Hartsville, Missouri, Competition, Missouri, Falcon, Missouri, you need to take shelter immediately. This is a strengthening supercell right now, capable of producing 3-inch hailstones and extreme wind gusts, perhaps over 80 miles an hour, perhaps, and a tornado that could end up being strong based on what we're seeing right now.
Yeah.
In fact, oh shoot, yes, that's going to be a strong tornado. Velocities are insane on this right now. So yes,
Velocities did that velocity
Oh yeah, that
did.
velocity really is whipping. That really tightened up.
That
So-
did really tighten up. If you are in that area and you need to take shelter
Yeah,
now, you need
if
the
the
basement,
tornado's-
lower children in the room.
Yeah, this is going to start lower. The funnel cloud's going to start lowering if it hasn't already.
You need to be a basement. If you have a storm shelter, go in there. If you can't, first floor is fine. No windows, a bathroom, put some covers over you, have a helmet and hard sole shoes.
Yeah.
Again, I want to repeat myself. Strong tornado may be in the early process of developing here, just to the northwest of Seymour in Missouri right now. Possibly a strong tornado is in the process of developing. Velocities here are in excess of 80 miles an hour coming in on that RFD surge with inflow on the northeastern side flowing in clean inflow air. Nice good dew points here in the mid 60s will support actually upper 50s to lower 60s, that is, will continue to maintain maintenance of this supercell that is very organized by all means. Strong supercell
Absolutely.
in progress.
And we got some we do have a supercell maturing.
Oh, they updated
Just
the tornado
very
warning, guys.
northeast.
Sorry to cut you off, Tristan, but we are now looking at tornado and tennis ball sized hail. As I am hearing the wind continue to whip outside my house, every time I hear that, it makes me nervous because I'm scared I'm going to lose power and the stream's going to end. So I apologize.
Yeah,
for
you
that.
better
Go
get
ahead.
ready.
Yeah. Damn it. Where's Daniel when you need him?
I
Anyway, go
I
ahead.
will say this though, we do have a new supercell that's trying to mature. It's in its early phases. Just northeast of Jasper, Arkansas. Some showers. I'm curious to see what the mergers happen during the next hour, and I want to see if the supercell can mature here.
Yep.
In Louisiana, we do have another few showers trying to form. We got another little discrete trying to develop near Monroe and Louisiana, and
Yeah.
that looks like it is northeast.
Yeah. Hey, David, that line you're talking about when Texas is starting to show up on reflectivity on radar.
Yep. Oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, urgent update. We have velocities 105 miles an hour on this tornado warning. 105 miles an hour.
I see that couplet. It's really wound up.
I'm curious on something. Correlation coefficient? Not yet. Okay, good. Okay. So that's good. We don't have any debris yet.
Yeah.
Oh
Very
no,
good.
we have debris. We have debris. We have a debris
Wait, hold
ball.
up.
This is on the ground.
Where?
This is on the
Let me
ground.
see this.
Debris ball.
Wait, that's
Yeah,
not
we do.
that's not exactly
Yes, that is.
Not-
That's with high reflectivity values. That has to be a debris ball.
that's
That
a little
might be a debris
uncertain
ball.
for me for right now. I'm gonna wait for another scan. I'll take a quick look at CC once again.
Nope, that's a debris ball. Oh shoot, it's
Okay.
right there. That's a debris ball.
Hold up. Where at? Just go
Right,
ahead.
right. I'm circling it. Right in here is where the debris is. Look at where the rotation is.
Yeah. Yep. That definitely looks like it. At least there is an apparent tornado on the ground. Seek shelter immediately if you're in this tornado warning. There is an apparent tornado on the ground. We don't know the exact parameters of what's going on. I'm waiting for another scan to come out, but we have an apparent tornado on the ground. So I just figured I'd bring that up very quickly. So yeah.
New severe thunderstorm warning in the fetch for Christian, Douglas, Greene, Latte, Stone, Tanning, Texas, Westboro, and Wright counties, and Missouri. The damage
I
threat
mean,
is
let Ethan know
considerable.
this.
The damage threat is considerable with 70-mile-per-hour winds and 2.5-inch hail.
Yep. Tennis ball.
Radar
size.
indicated. Tornado observed. David got it. Good job. Yep.
Oh,
Tornado on the ground.
oh, we have a tornado on
yeah.
the ground.
I got it.
Seek
I
shelter
called
immediately.
it.
Observed
See-
from. Go ahead.
I called that. I called it.
Yeah, let's not get too excited about it. We have a lot.
I know. I
yeah.
know. But I.
Let's not
Classic
get
too
Hook
excited,
Echo.
guys. We got a
Let me
damaging
see
tornado.
this. Wow. Classic
Holy cow.
Supercell Hook Echo. Yep.
That's your textbook
Classic.
shot, but seek shelter immediately if you are in this tornado warning right here. There is a tornado on the ground. Seek shelter immediately.
We guess what? We got baseball size hail confirmed on amateur radio.
Oof.
All right. I just ate dinner. I had to leave for.
And we
Well,
got
I-
We have a tornado on the ground
Yeah, I
and
know.
baseball size hail confirmed.
Yep.
I know.
On the
I
supercell.
I came back just in time.
You did.
Yeah.
This is the start.
Wow, that rotation. That rotation is very tight on that thing.
This is oh my god.
Oh
Let me
wow.
check correlation
Yeah.
coefficient again.
I'm looking at CC.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Yep. There's definitely something on
yeah,
the ground.
there's the debris
Oh
ball.
god.
There's the debris
My
ball.
correlation coefficient is different. That's why I couldn't tell, David. My colors are different on this site, so that's
There's a
my
CC
bad.
drop on
If
this.
you're all right, let me just say this: if you're in the path of this tornado, get to shelter right now.
Yes.
This is a dangerous situation, and get to shelter. If basement, if you got one, if no basement, interior or bathroom or an interior closet on the lowest level possible. Get to shelter. This
Yep.
is a dangerous situation. I just got a new radar scan. And I'm starting to see a debris ball.
Yep.
Oh
First
boy.
We
confirmed tornado.
we also may have another tornado developing north of Morgan. There's no tornado warning on it, but it's starting to hook in Laclede County in Missouri in Lebanon. We're starting to get that hook structure setting up.
No, there's a tornado on the
northwest of
ground.
What?
Oh
No, I'm
God!
talking
I
about-
just came back.
I'm talking about the one northwest of Evergreen that needs to be watched. But yes, this one down here, what we're looking at.
Oh my God.
Gosh, that debris ball exploded.
Yeah, there's definitely more
freaking
reef
crap.
activity
no.
on that. Let's try to remain calm and communicate this in the best way possible.
Yeah.
Yes, there's a tornado on the
Velocity
ground,
did get
but we
the
gotta be
velocity
careful.
did
I'm just gonna say,
velocity got a little bit better.
yeah,
The storm east of Phillipsburg, which is right south of Lebanon. However, the hook does look a little bit disheveled right now, but there is some convection behind it, which might help. Might help with some RFD, and we know when you balance the inflow with the outflow with small mergers, you can definitely get tornado genesis. So
Yep.
I'm waiting to see the next few scans.
Yeah, this is a this is a giant severe thunderstorm warning. Also, by this tornado warning with this line of severe storms right here, we're looking at 2.5-inch hail and 70-mile-per-hour winds with this. This
Can I be honest?
continues to escalate. What's up? Who wants to go first?
I wanted to just briefly update. We have 120 mile an hour velocities on this.
Yep, I saw
oh
it.
God.
Oh wow.
Yep.
You know what's creepy right now about this?
3.5-inch hail. Oh wait, 3.25-inch hail report coming in. From Bob on my live stream says there is 3.25-inch hail report already. So that is significant hail that this thing is producing.
This is very
All right,
problematic.
I'll say this. Let me just say this. If you're north of Hartville, like about maybe, if I would, let me just take an estimate right here.
Let me help you out. About
about 8
6
miles.
miles
Yeah.
north of there.
Yeah, if you're 6 miles, 6 to 10 miles north of Hartville, please take cover. Just take cover right now. If you're in places like Plateau and let me check.
Yeah, Plato.
Plato, you're not under a warning, but please watch this.
Yeah, watch this very closely. Same with Fort
Lynchburg.
Leonard Wood as well. Watch this closely. Edgar Springs as well. Take action and continue to watch this.
Yeah, Lynchburg as well. Please watch this. And if you're under warning, take cover. Like this is an extremely dangerous situation.
Yeah. Okay. Pete just said something to me. He commented on the stream. And this is just the start of the LLJ starting. The LLJ hasn't kicked in just yet. We got another hour before that starts to happen, but the effects of it may be going on. Go ahead, David.
Yeah. So I just got a TDS marker on that, and debris apparently is being lofted 11,000 feet based on that TDS marker.
Okay, that's not good.
If
it gets any bigger, we need to know that. Anyway, Brendan has a live cam where he is at right now. I'm not sure if he's back yet or not. He has a live cam on our stream with his stuff.
Brendan, yes, I am. Yep, we're currently. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was about to introduce you, Brendan. What's going on?
Yeah, no, we're just in Springfield, Illinois, not Springfield, Missouri. So we're about, I'd say, 40, 50 miles outside St. Louis at the moment. Another hour away from St. Louis. But we are going to be stopping here in Litchfield, hopping on I-55. Just for perspective here, we are going to be hopping on I-72 to hop back onto I-55. We're going to head southbound to Litchfield, and we're going to sit put and wait for these storms that you're seeing right now across Missouri to cross the Mississippi River, where we expect them to be semi-discrete to pretty much QLCS-based supercells by the time we get towards about 8, 9 o'clock. And I checked the radar pad, and I just joined back, but it looks like those storms are moving quite fast. They may actually approach south central Illinois sooner than the models are anticipating, which, as we know, is not a surprise. You know, when you have a cold front that is moving this fast, storms tend to move along the front, and eventually that will happen. But right now they're moving in front of it or out ahead, and so they're picking up on that jet. So we're going to be heading to Litchfield. It's going to be about 45 minutes before we reach it, and we'll be keeping you posted.
All right, wonderful.
We do got some breaking news here. New mesoscale discussion for the National Weather Service areas of Memphis, Tennessee. If you're in the NWS in Memphis, pay attention. It looks a watch is likely 80%. Thunderstorm development appears possible in the next 1 to 2 hours in eastern Arkansas. Storms are expected to intensify as they migrate east and northeast into adjacent portions of Mississippi, Missouri, and Tennessee. Watch issuance is likely as a severe threat because apparent the timing is uncertain though. So that's an interesting little comment there. They are saying that they expect development. It's just the cat might be holding on a little too long, and they just want to know what the timing is. But they do expect to put out another tornado watch, which would be a 80%. The probability is the tornado 120 to 150 miles per hour, 65 to 80, 1.5 to 2.5 inch hail is the most likely. Some of the most likely modes.
Yeah, that couplet is really tightened up quite a bit though. On velocity, CC. Oh yeah, it's definitely there. It's definitely very present.
Yeah, and this thing is moving at about 55 miles an hour.
Yep. Yeah, this entire complex is moving at around 60 to answer Brendan's question very quickly. But yeah, now we have baseball-sized hail with this expected on the tornado warning. So,
man, that is also one large severe thunderstorm warning all the way from Stone County all the way stretching into Houston, Missouri. That is a big news. What?
What's the
and we're gonna get the data. We're gonna get the watch box in like 2 minutes. New severe thunderstorm watch number 35 has just been issued. I'm gonna go over the TETs real quick. Severe thunderstorm watch reports of eastern Iowa, northern Illinois, far northeast Michigan, and parts of Lake Michigan. Affected this Friday night and Saturday morning from 6:55 p.m. until 2 a.m. Central. Scattered damaging winds and isolated significant gusts to 80 miles per hour likely. Scattered large hail and isolated very large hail to 2 inches in diameter. A tornado or two is possible. An ongoing line of showers and thunderstorms is expected to progress quickly northeastward or eastward over the next several hours. Very strong low to mid-level winds exist, supporting the potential for strong gusts with any deeper, more sustained storms. Some isolated hail is possible as well. Dry load levels are expected to keep the tornado potential very low, although still not zero given the strongly sheared environment.
Okay, Tristan, while we have a new severe thunderstorm warning in effect for parts of northeastern Missouri, including Hannibal, right here. A severe thunderstorm warning in effect until 7:45. We have severe thunderstorms located along the line. We're looking at 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts with this. Not surprising right there. That's your squall threat right there generally as it's going to develop. Your semi-discrete stuff continues to pretty much extend from Mexico, Missouri, all the way down to near the Missouri-Arkansas border. And it looks like the semi-discrete stuff, it looks like it actually is doing a lot better right now than what we thought they would. Well, I was originally thinking it would be a squall line and then semi-discrete stuff developing further and further to the south. It looks like the squall stuff has underperformed and the discrete stuff has overperformed, and that is very concerning, especially going into tonight, and especially in the next hour when the LLJ kicks in.
And I'm very curious about this because we're seeing something in northern Arkansas, and I'm very curious on your opinion, Pat. Mm-hmm. We talked about one of the things that would make the tornado threat really possible are mergers. Yeah. We have a bunch of showers going on. I wonder if those southern cells we'll be able to have constructive mergers with any new storms that form in northern Arkansas,
Well, if you,
and that might
yeah.
really enhance some of the tornado threat for southern Missouri.
Yeah, well, if you look at the cells between Ozark and St. Paul, they are definitely that is a merger right there. I can confirm to you that those two cells are merging right now. There's also another cell that's near Clarksville. Okay, yeah, never mind. The cells are merging. These two right here that I have on my stream right now, those are your merger cells right there, and that's kind of what I would say is the start to what we could be seeing very soon in the future. I'm assuming that this is because the cap is starting to erode quite a bit in this part of Arkansas. The LLJ is also definitely I've upticked a little bit in wind speed, but it hasn't fully kicked in yet. So that too, Tristan.
One quick thing. Geez, that debris ball on the Grove Spring storm in Missouri. That has some good CC drop on it.
Yep,
We
structural damage has been
also
reported per the Wright County scanner, according to Tyler on the stream. Thank you very much for that. Go ahead, David. I apologize. I wanted to break in with that.
It's all right. We also may have a developing tornado just southwest of that warning. There's a little bit of a couplet, and we are starting to see a hook echo or a hook shape on that radar. So that would be another storm to really watch. Training tornadoes in this area.
Are you looking
and then,
at
of
the
course,
cell near Sparta or the one near Dickens and Seymour? Or both?
That's the one. That's the one that was over Dickens and Seymour, and this is moving into Grove Spring right now. It has 2.35-inch hail marker on it. Yeah.
Please continue.
That's the one that has the confirmed tornado warning on it still.
The new severe thunderstorm watch does include Metro Chicago, by the way. So, all right, let's get the graphic out. Actually, we got the graphic right here. Tornadoes at EF2 tornadoes are low. Normal severe wind is high probability. However, the 65 knot wind, hail, and 2+ hail probabilities on the watch are moderate probability. So this area will likely be more focused on when this area of the complex is able to re-strengthen and produce some damaging wind gusts.
Also, the line of storms is rapidly developing over Centerville and Buffalo, Texas. We are seeing reflectivity values already up to 60 decibels on that.
Ooh.
In fact, we got a special weather statement. In fact, it may not be aligned, David. Right now, it looks like a little supercell west of Centerville, Texas.
Centerville.
So you have to watch that one because that might be a little sneaky one.
It's hard to really gauge at what's going on because it's in a radar dead zone. The closest radars are in Dallas, near Austin, Shreveport, and Houston. So it's a little hard to gauge.
Isn't ingesting a boundary, or is that the dry line? I gotta look more carefully here.
I assume it's the dry line. But as I was saying, so the storm in Missouri seems to be weakening a little bit in terms of like tornado confirming and stuff like that.
Yeah, it definitely is. It definitely has started to occlude.
So it is occluding. So that is some good news. So that means it's like going to dissipate eventually, but still keep an eye on it because like it could cycle, and then we could potentially see more tornadoes from that.
Here's what's getting concerning. There is a area northeast of Diggins, and Pat, we talked about when you have these bombogenesis events, there is one storm mode you want to watch within a line of either somewhat of a line or a line, and that's the comma head feature. We're seeing the comma head feature northeast of Diggins right now.
Yeah.
I am paying special attention to that.
Absolutely, I am as well. Remember, if you're in that tornado warning, seek shelter immediately. We cannot stress that enough for you guys. Seek shelter immediately. Yeah, going to be pretty interesting to see how that pans out. But anyway.
All right.
Go ahead, David.
Also, kind of an update on the HRRR, getting the latest 23Z in right now.
Yeah.
Once that low level jet picks up, STP values will increase to over 10 to 15 in southern and southeastern Missouri.
We do got some news also. We got our first severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado possible in northern Arkansas. New severe thunderstorm warning by the National Weather Service in Little
I'll
Rock.
take a quick look at it in a second. I'm just taking a look at the HER to see how this is going to evolve.
Hey,
Oh
that's
my god, imbibe.
pretty far south.
Ooh. Oh, yeah, that's very... Yeah, it looks like the semi-discrete stuff is really exploding across central Illinois now. Before we were thinking south central, now central Illinois. Brendan, if you're hearing this from your car, it looks like the latest HER has come in. Semi-discrete stuff's going to be moving through central Illinois now as well, from what I'm seeing from the 23Z HER.
Let me, hey, Pat, let me hop on your stream real quick.
You're on.
Keep that on.
You're good. Yeah, if
Yeah, I
you
know.
want to
Hold
take
on
a
a
quick
second.
gander at this,
If
and then
I-
I'll move.
yeah.
I don't
hold-
see any
hold that screen. Let me check
semi-discrete.
it.
Oh yeah, based on the 23. Okay.
Yeah, this is what we got going on, Brendan, if you're seeing this.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
Take your
We got to
time.
pay your bills first, Pat. I got to watch an ad.
You got to pay
Hold
your
on.
bills first.
I got to pay your bills. There we go. All right. Wow. Yeah. Look at that. So that's, I'm seeing it now. That's, hey, Pat, that's right where I'm at. I'm right in Springfield.
Yep.
So I'm right now, I'm kind of actually stopped in Springfield, actually specifically in Chatham.
Yeah.
And, I may actually sit put and wait here. I think if I go to Litchfield, I'm going too far south.
You think so?
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit tight.
I would sit
Well,
there.
I mean, I should still be like okay, but I think I'm just gonna sit put here and let's see how this plays out. Because from here, if I need to go north back towards McLean County or up towards Lincoln,
Yeah.
I'm a 30-minute shot north. I'm 55, so I mean,
Yeah.
I'm gonna actually sit put. I'm gonna take this opportunity, folks, to actually go charge my phone because it's not holding a charge,
Yeah,
and
you
I'm gonna
better
get a
go
double
charge it.
cheeseburger in the
You're gonna
process.
need to.
So let's go charge that. I'm gonna be offline here. I'm gonna be listening to the stream, but I won't be able to chat.
All
So
right, thanks, Brendan. I just figured I'd tell you
Yep.
that. All right, yep, we got the
New
new severe
wind
thunderstorm
gusts,
warning.
new wind gusts of 73.7 miles per hour in Jefferson City, Missouri, and we actually just got a gust of 74 miles an hour from the Jefferson City Memorial Airport, 2 miles east-northeast of Jefferson City. That was a thunderstorm wind gust, so these are starting to get their sig wind.
Yep.
These are starting to. We don't expect as widespread, depending on the evolution of the line later on. We will see. Thunderstorm wind damage. Pictures of a garage with its roof removed was sent by an EM. Timing estimated by radar.
All right.
So there's a lot of wind. Even if you don't have the best line in the world, there's a bunch of wind damage. Wow, this is ridiculous. Hey, David, I have a question. You think that Supercell could drop a better tornado because their cells behind it doing a constructive merger with it?
It's
On that
possible.
tornado
The
warning.
one supercell that I'm watching is the one north of Garrison. That has like a nice, good RFD hook on it, but that does not have a lot of convergence with it. So that could be sort of off of the boundary by a little bit.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell. It's not really rooting.
That velocity is creepy. Have you checked that tornado warning velocity? It's broad, but it's a huge broad one. It's not small.
Oh,
That is
yeah.
a huge
It is.
velocity. If that goes through a constructive merger, that's a huge problem.
Oh, absolutely it is.
Because I know is our LCLs near scraping the surface? Do we recall?
We'll have to
OFD.
see.
Okay, Justin in chat says, OFD. What do you mean by OFD, Justin?
RF, do you mean RF? Wait, OFD.
No, OFD.
Okay.
A bit. He said that Garrison one looks a bit OFD. It doesn't because there's not much in the way of surface perturbation with it. Doesn't look like there's a lot of confluence at the surface with that. A little outflow dominant. That's what I was thinking. It looks a little more alpha.
Okay.
If you guys look at the new HRRR, they are showing like they are highly disagreeing with a lot of the models. They are saying Missouri is just not going to get anything tonight,
No,
or
I
at
saw that.
least the
That's
northern part. Northern part. I'm like, this is either an outlier or they're just
know
on
what you're
something.
talking about. I saw it too.
Yeah,
And what I will tell
they
you
just
is,
cap it off.
hold on,
And
time out. What I saw, what I saw from that is mainly the squall stuff is capped out, but the semi-discrete stuff takes over as soon as the LLJ kicks
yeah,
in.
I saw. Yeah, like in Louisiana, Mississippi. Yeah, I saw
No,
that.
like in St. Louis too, in Missouri as well. I saw it as well. It's
Wait,
yeah.
hold on. I'll recheck that. I didn't
Let
see
me
that.
show you. Let me show you.
Unless,
Let me,
Also, Justin, that's in the live chat on my YouTube channel.
Mhm.
What do you think about the firestorm taking place, buddy? We have like numerous fire weather warnings taking place. Like, look at this.
That'll be yeah, that's very concerning right there. I'm just mainly
A
looking
lot
at
of fire weather
I'm
warnings.
just mainly looking at what's going on with this. Okay.
Did they ever get that observe tag off that tornado warning? I don't think they ever did.
Let me take a quick gander.
It's
No.
still confirmed tornado warning.
No. Yep,
It's still
confirmed
observed.
tornado.
It's still
This-
observed.
They're probably going to extend the tornado warning if soon if they haven't already.
Pat.
Yeah.
Hey, Pat.
Mhm.
The storms, the discrete storms that will fire up on the Arkansas and Missouri border,
Yeah.
those will not have capping in place, but there's no discrete storms that will be near St. Louis at that time. And honestly,
I'm looking at it
this
right
doesn't
now.
even really. Wait, show me it. Hold on.
It's on my stream. It's on my stream.
Oh yeah, that's
It's
right.
yeah, it's a little difficult to gauge because of the resolution, but that definitely looks semi-discrete right there.
Wow. Oh, gosh. Out of Troy. Out of Troy in Lincoln County, Missouri. You want to know something? A metal light pole mangled and down on Highway 47 just east of Highway 61.
Is this storm related or not?
Non-thunderstorm related.
Okay. That's still problematic. But anyway.
And then a non-thunderstorm wind damage report in Kirkwood in St. Louis County in Missouri. Large tree uprooted.
Oof. Yeah.
We do got some surface analysis from the Storm Prediction Center.
All right, Tristan.
And this is what is causing some of this. And this is very interesting. There is only a very small point of 978 millibars, but you literally got a whole widespread area between southeastern South Dakota and the Oklahoma-Kansas border that is 980 millibars. So your low seems to be a lot broader than forecasted.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, and I can share my screen right now and show. Hold on, we can look at this.
Yeah.
Let's see what the implications are. You see how tight that little spot is, but the surrounding seems wide?
Let me see.
If you look at the analysis of the SPC, you'll see what I'm seeing.
Yeah, I know. The low.
Oh, new update. There's two low pressures now. A small, broader one in Kansas and a tight one in Nebraska.
Ooh.
Interesting. Oh, there's an even tighter 980 on the South Dakota border. There's free 980s.
Oh no. It's gonna be bad.
There's free 980s.
That's intriguing right there.
That's interesting, actually.
Okay.
But the models want all of them to eventually come together into a much tighter low. We're gonna have to see what happens here. New tornado
Sonny.
warning.
Hi.
We have
Hey,
a new
David.
tornado warning.
You're
New
leading.
tornado warning.
Yep. You're leading
last
to
week,
destabilization of the atmosphere.
I know.
Would a
These,
broader low equal
Yep,
better
extend it.
moisture transport? In
These
this
storms
sense?
trying to form in Texas are just not doing well.
We'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, that's not confirmed tornado warning now, the extension, but it is a tornado warning, so we will need to watch that.
Yeah, well, see.
Tennis ball sucks hail.
Yep. if you are in Plato, if you are anywhere in this new tornado warning, seek shelter immediately. We are looking at tennis ball sized hail as well with this supercell. Things got pretty big pretty quickly. So
Look near New Bloomingfield. Look near New Bloomfield in Missouri. Is that a hook echo I'm seeing? Am I
where
wrong
at
there?
New Bloomfield?
New Bloomfield, Missouri.
Where is that? I know Rolla is under a severe thunderstorm warning. Is that north?
It's northeast of Jefferson City.
Oh,
Yeah,
let me look at the St. Louis radar then. Yeah, it looks like it. Tornado possible tag on it.
Oh, that just got issued too. Oh, great. You know what?
Where? Which one?
This
Mexico.
is the one near
Uh,
near New Bloomfield, northeast of Jefferson City.
oh, yeah, there's a hook on that. I see it.
Yep, I'll check the velocity on this.
Oh, yeah, that velocity is pretty strong on that.
Oh yeah, there's
Oh,
definitely
wow.
good. There's a good couplet with this.
Yeah,
It just needs to
we could
clean
quarter
itself
size
up.
hail with that one.
Yeah, it needs to clean itself up. So, yeah. Wow.
I would be suggesting there's a tornado in that.
Yeah.
Also, we have
70-mile-per-hour winds observed in that warning too. I apologize.
Yeah.
also 102 wind reports so far.
How many lightning strikes, David?
What?
How many lightning strikes do we get?
Oh, I don't know. Probably well, right now we currently have 2,000 lightning strikes per 10 minutes.
I got a lightning map. I want to see how widespread this lightning is. I do got a lightning map here.
Yeah.
Oh, it's sort of rapid fire. Earlier it was rapid fire, and now they sort of slowed down. Sort
That's
of.
interesting. Yeah.
And in the last 25 minutes, we have had 4,100 lightning strikes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Lightning's not good. There's a red flag warning out there.
Well, as long as there's some decent rain, it shouldn't be an issue. But yeah, Sonny, did you hear about the firestorm going on in Oklahoma?
Yeah. Yeah, I also heard about a dump truck got tipped over
Well,
80 mile per hour winds
Yep, we
today in
saw that.
Texas. Yeah.
yeah, we saw that. That was pretty interesting.
It's Sonny's fault that this storm is developing.
Oh,
I'm
man,
just kidding.
Let's not get into that.
I know. I'm just joking. I'm joking
I know we're
with
just
him.
horsing around, but
I know.
yeah. Okay. Oh, John's back. All right. Let's see if he wants to.
10,000 people without power in Illinois, and it's rapidly climbing.
How many?
What?
Oh, no.
10,000 people without power in Illinois.
I'll take a look at.
Hey, Pat,
Hey, John.
we have no power.
You don't?
Oh, no.
We have no power.
Oh no.
Oh, shoot.
So, storm code updates are suspended.
Oof.
Oh.
So I'm gonna let T-Volt and them know, but
better
we're
let them
suspending
know,
all
yeah.
storm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Storm code is suspended.
Yeah. Looks like.
So,
Crap.
Yeah. It looks
here's
like
an interesting
Jersey,
observation.
Monroe, and Randolph are the three main counties in Illinois that are without power. Oh, that's not good. John is without power. Oh, that sucks.
If I
Hey,
shall
I was
say
well
something,
prepared because I
Yeah.
charged up my backup power supply.
Yeah. That's good.
if I shall say
I would like
something,
to-
in my neck of the woods
So-
in Ohio, it was around 100 people without power. Now it's all the way up to 700. So I'm just saying it's just widespread. Like at least every state in the Midwest
Well,
at least
The
has
700.
one source of no power at least.
Eli, though, 700 people out of 5,355,000. Every state's going to have power. I mean, even Wyoming has power outages. Even Washington has. I mean, every state's going to have a power outage.
Sorry to interrupt,
It's just-
but it looks like more and more stuff is firing in Arkansas. It looks like more and more discrete stuff is starting to kick in a bit more.
No, not saying David.
Hold
new
on.
tornado warning near Columbia. That's the
Oh,
one we're looking at.
Oh.
New tornado
new
warning.
We got a new
Yup.
tornado warning.
Let me take a quick
Golly,
look near
here we
Columbia.
go.
Oh, yep, it's that one cell. It's that one cell.
John,
Let me refresh it real quick.
John, I really do hope you can stay safe, please, because golly
Yeah.
word.
Yeah, we're good. I'm good now. So yeah, I am very glad I
Also,
charged up my backup
oh,
power supply because
by the
at
way,
least I can stay in touch with you guys
Yeah,
and let
also,
you guys know that I'm safe.
yeah.
Eli mentioned he was from Ohio. I'm from
John, our
Ohio.
head admin at Storms United, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, we are without power, so all our Storms United people, we are suspending storm code updates unless Evold or whoever can take over.
Yeah,
So
we need more.
Ian, I
FYI.
am north of you.
We that
Oh, wow, really?
rotation on the Jefferson City
Yeah.
storm
Oh,
looks
Wait,
hold up.
this
it
could be
looks
Hold up.
creepy.
tornado.
My lights flickered for just a second. Hold up.
Yeah,
Is your stream still
No,
going
we're
though on
good.
YouTube?
We're good for now, but my lights flickered for a second, and that scared the heck out of me.
All right. I also wanted to say we have a gust up to 64 miles an hour in St. Louis.
Oh no.
They should have issued high wind warnings for St. Louis,
Yeah.
just saying.
so it looks like
and
that rotation near Jefferson City, that looks really creepy. That
Yeah, that's
that looks pretty crazy. It is a little bit high in the atmosphere because we are looking at an angle of the radar, so it's not necessarily looking closer to the ground. So the rotation could be a little weaker than it looks, but still recommend being your safe place. Lowest level, basement, no windows, no mobile homes or vehicles.
also, Pat, if you don't mind me asking, you're in on current surface observation. So air mass recovery is rapidly ongoing across southeastern Missouri. Now, taking a look at our latest on our surface-based instability right now. Right now, St. Louis Cape is gradually increasing from the south. We have moderate instability in southern Missouri. This is advecting northward, part of that low-level jet that is beginning to increase. In fact, the low-level jet right now over St. Louis is in excess of 70.
I'm back online.
Is in excess of 70 miles.
It's gonna lag for a bit.
Okay, is it? Yeah, it is in excess of 70 miles an hour already over St. Louis, and that low-level jet is already increasing based on our meso-analysis, really increasing rapidly now over St. Louis. Looking at our, 700 millibar winds with this already in the mid 70s on this storm. So yeah, winds are really, really intense. 500 millibar flow right now. Let's take a look at that really quickly. We're at 130, 140 miles an hour.
My thing's gone